And
C.
Coyote.
voices.
Acme.
August.
28th.
Hey everybody, Jim Cummings here. Welcome to my podcast, Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. We have a great guest for you today. But before we get to that, make sure you like and subscribe. Our podcast has partnered with the largest Comic-Con in North America, Fan Expo, the Juggernaut. We're touring all over North America live, so get your tickets and come be a part of the live audience. It'll be fun. Go to fanexpohq.com for the tickets. We'll see you in a city near you, or a little bit away, but you can drive. And with all that said and done, sit back and enjoy today's episode. And as always, thanks for tuning in to Toon'd In with Jim Cummings.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. I'm producer Chris, joined as always by the legend himself, Mr. Jim Cummings. How are you doing today, sir?
Man, I'll tell you what. Have we got a show or have we got a show?
We sure do. But before we get into our guests,
Yes.
I have a couple announcements to make.
Uh-oh.
I got
Stay
a couple
tuned.
new announcements today, too. So get ready, because here it comes. First of all, if you don't know, we're doing the podcast live with Fan Expo this year. That's right. You could come and you can watch this podcast live at Fan Expo.
Yeah.
And it's a good time. I'm personally,
Yeah.
I really like the live aspect.
I do
The studio's
too.
great, but
I do too. Well, you come from the stage. I come from the stage, and in a different way, and there's nothing like that feedback.
Yeah.
That audience feedback, you feel it. It's like, oh, oof, and then you're just that much better.
Yeah, and I feel like it's like, we've talked about this before, but there's like a certain pressure might be the wrong word, because I feel like in the studio here, I can just leave some dead space, and it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. We can cut that right out.
I thought you had an aneurysm.
But on stage, if that happens, then people think you have an aneurysm,
That's true. That's true.
But we take some questions from you guys while we're at the show, and it's just a good time. And if you've never been to a Fan Expo before, I mean, it's a great show.
It's
it
a
really
lot of
is
fun.
really cool. It's like
All your favorite people and also me.
yeah,
And him.
Nerd Paradise. Yeah, we're
and
there.
Candy.
So the dates for that coming up. We only have 3 shows scheduled left for this year, but there's still a possibility of more dates being added, and
Yes.
we're going into next year as well. But I'll tell you about next year. It's only August, guys, so I'll tell you about next year when we get a little closer. But coming up next, no longer Fan Expo Chicago. We were going to do Fan Expo Chicago, but that has been replaced by D23. You'll be
Yes.
at D23,
Yes,
which is also another great convention.
A very groovy one.
Good old Disney. But after that, we will be in Fan Expo Canada, which is in Toronto, August 27th to the 30th. After that, Fan Expo Dallas, September 11th to the 13th, and Fan Expo San Francisco, finally, November 27th to the 29th. There's still dates being added. We have shuffled in a couple already this year, so stay tuned for that. Another announcement, we have rolled out YouTube memberships. So much like Patreon, you can give a little donation to us here, and there is exclusive content. We're rolling out shorts that only members can see, videos that only members can see. Much like Patreon, there's going to be interviews that never get shown anywhere else. So be sure to check that out. And I just ordered a bunch of your characters from Disney Lorcana.
Oh, cool.
I counted, I got over 20 characters.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Cards, characters, not
And that's
just
not
cards.
counting our shorts.
But I can't
Wow.
believe how many characters
Wow.
of yours that you've voiced are featured in these Lorcana cards.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. And like Pooh, I think, has like 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Tigger has a couple.
Yeah.
Darkwing, I know.
And some of those go for big money.
Yeah.
Some of those go for big money. I mean, we got
I don't know what to say.
We got a Winnie. You got a
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh card gifted to you at a
Yeah.
convention a couple months ago.
And it was worth $150,000. Thank you so much.
1,600, but close.
Oh, well, I was
But
close.
still, for a card, like, that's
A
so
card?
crazy to me. Like, you can literally
I
buy a
know.
deck, and like a card is worth $1,600.
Yeah,
It's wild.
I mean, I don't know what to say.
So we need to get you to sign it, obviously, to increase the price. And we're going to be doing a giveaway of those cards that Jim signs just for you guys. We're going to give it
That's
to the
right.
next... Whoever
That's
is
right.
the
We've got a bunch of
500th subscriber, from the time of this viewing right now, the 500th subscriber, we will be sending you that pack of Lorcana cards. I didn't bring them with me today,
Give me my
But
phone.
trust me.
but I'll show you them. I
phone.
Trust
promise.
me.
They'll be there. And
I wonder if people are out there. Wait, there's 494. 495. No, not yet. And then 499. Yeah.
well, you got to be refreshing a lot if you want to
I
do
was
that.
thinking, that'd be
'Cause
rough.
there's a couple hundred a day.
Yeah.
So tell your friends and family, check us out, Tuned In with Jim Cummings. And YouTube is a weird website. You can literally say this is recommended to you one day, this channel.
Yeah.
You can be recommended a video, watch it from start to finish, and then never be recommended that channel again. I've literally lost channels on YouTube by having that happen to me.
That's right. That's
so don't
weird.
let that
It's a
happen
weird
to you.
algorithm, isn't it?
Yeah. So by not let that happen to you, be sure to like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. It tells us what you guys like. It curates the stuff for you. I mean, I've been on YouTube since the beginning, since 2005.
Wow.
What was it? 2005, and the guy had the video at the zoo. That was
Right.
the very first YouTube video. I was in it early. I thought it was a great platform. I thought it was such a good idea. And now I use YouTube more than Netflix, more than Hulu, more than Disney Plus.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
Disney.
true.
But honestly, because it's so personally curated, it's just like all these channels that have, watched through high school, college, adult life, professional life.
That's so cool.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. Brave new world,
Yeah.
Really?
And with all that said and done, thanks for bearing with us.
Yes.
We have. Are we in business? What
What they
perfect
doing?
timing! Look at that.
Just fresh from the rain.
Meanwhile, back in Hollywood, California, Eric Bauza has arrived.
Eric Bauza with the weather. Hi.
Your ears must have been burning.
It's raining. It's raining. I love that shirt.
Wait a
Yes.
minute. Is it raining
It
outside?
is pouring rain outside right now.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Oh my God.
This isn't Filipino glisten.
Wait a minute.
This is,
I bought a damn umbrella, getting excited because it's supposed to pour, and it's at home.
No.
Not in the car. It is
Perfect.
at
I
home.
could have used that.
I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. I could
Hi,
have.
sweetness.
Wait, but
How
you're
are
not
you?
joking. It actually was raining on the way here, wasn't it?
No. As soon as the
yeah.
one drop
Yeah.
comes out,
Right?
as I explained to my doctor, as soon as the one drop comes out, traffic slows down.
Yeah. It's
Just
true.
in time for the Tuned In podcast.
Yes. Well, people in California, God love you. They don't know. The gods are angry.
So they do one thing.
The
I gotta
air
hurry
is
up
wet.
and get home, and it's 20,000 miles per hour
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
slick roads, or I'm trying to avoid the drops. I'll just slow down.
Yes.
I'm going to drive in between the drops.
The air is wet.
Yes.
Why don't you introduce our guests today?
My
on
goodness.
now.
Are you kidding? The world famous Candi Milo. You know her. You love her. You can't live without her. Oh my God. And drum roll, please. Ladies and gentlemen, Eric Bauza.
If you could just send me that Jim Cummings intro,
Yeah.
like I can have forever. On
And you
my,
just play it before you go
every
to
time
sleep.
I enter a room,
Yeah.
go to Disneyland.
Yeah. Well, glad you guys are here. Both.
Thanks for
Yeah.
having
Oh,
us.
thank you
not
for
not
having-
since Comic Con. I feel like it's
Yeah, it's
literally a few months ago.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, because it was.
And I was like on time for that one, and that was all the way in San Diego. I don't know what happened. We're like back home, and now I'm back to normal. I was Gray Delisle. I was going to send you a picture of traffic.
Yeah.
That's a classic Gray Delisle Griffin move.
Right.
I'm almost there. I was like, that's the same photo you showed me last week.
Yeah. She just has
Going
it.
into photos.
Meanwhile,
Stored in
shows
her
up with her
phone.
nails and Starbucks,
Yes.
all done up nice.
I could use one of those now.
Right?
But hey, glad we're all here.
Yeah,
you go.
absolutely.
And you're in proper attire, I see. Yes.
Yes.
That's like.
And of course, we're talking about Coyote versus Acme today.
That's right.
We're the
That's
only.
right.
Funny, you should bring that up.
Are we the only three
are the
voiceover
only
artists
three
in the
voiceover.
film?
I think so.
That's amazing.
Two dudes and a chick.
That
You
is-
our
hogged
band
them
name.
all. I
yeah,
was
you
going to
know,
do
I'm
something.
a pig sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Warner Brothers permitting, of course.
And what does it now? I've always been curious because good old Bob Bergen, bless his heart, he's done it here and there many times.
Many times.
And he's broke that down. The Porky intro. It's
Yeah.
ba-da-dee, ba-da-doo.
It's
ba-da-dee.
down to
I
a science.
Yeah.
Arguably,
What is it?
people around me, like yourselves, have had these characters with them. Jeff Bergman, Billy West, Maurice LaMarche. Yosemite,
Oh, yeah.
you know, have had them, if not as long as Mel and June had them, if not longer. So someone like Bob, who has played Porky for many, many, many years and has, you know, been recognized for it,
Sure.
Should have it down to a science, because
Yeah.
it is a scientific thing. It's not. I've seen Mel do it as a character named Private Sad Sack, and this was for like
Oh
the
my
USO.
gosh, do you remember?
Sad Sack.
Do you
That
remember
was a
Sad
cartoon-
Sack?
That
Sad
was
Sack.
a comic book.
Yes.
Yeah.
Private sad sack.
Yeah.
And it was like his norm. And there was a sketch.
Yeah.
You could see it on YouTube. It's him and Lucille Ball.
What?
And it's Lucille's not doing the I Love Lucy
Mel and-
shtick,
Mel
and
and-
Mel and Lucille. And
Lucille
Lucille is just like,
Wow.
she's just stunning. She's like 8 feet tall, and Mel's like a Three Stooge.
Yeah,
He's,
yeah.
he's a little guy, and but it was just remarkable to see him do it in person and kind
Yeah.
of break that down. And same thing with Jack Benny. He was always on the Jack Benny show. I always try to find footage of these
yeah.
folks.
And we were just
the famous
talking
one
about
is
YouTube,
C
where
side.
there's like
Yeah.
a treasure trove.
Yeah.
A treasure trove.
But the clip that I saw was the one when Mel came back after the car accident. So this is after having spent a year in a body cast because of his unfortunate accident, and he's in a wheelchair on the show. And Jack Benny's
Yeah.
giving them Christmas gifts, and you know, Mel and he used to be on the show all the time. And
Yeah,
he had
yeah,
all the
yeah.
characters. But he did really have a bad accident, and he was around all the specialists working on him night and day. And when he woke up, what did you say to them, Mel? And he goes,
What's up, Doc?
you know, and he did.
What
the whole
else would he
thing.
have said?
And you're just like,
That's perfect.
And
That's amazing.
what I love about Eric is that Eric will always give it up for all the people who came before.
if it
yeah,
weren't for
sure.
you
But-
guys,
but I will say,
Yeah.
mind blown. Whoosh, Gabby and Charlie, my daughter and her husband included. There's only one person besides Mel that does them all, and that's
Oh,
Eric.
sure. Yeah, that's
And that-
right.
I don't know if you pitch. Do you remember Mel's got Yosemite Sam at 60? And he would you know what I mean? He knew what his pitches were. Can I tell the story of
Please
Tiny
do.
Toons? So my first audition turned into my first gig. I don't know what's happening. I am in a room of insane people. I'm in the back.
Yes, as
Don,
usual.
Right, Don Messick.
Kinda like now.
Right, thank you. But I love you all, and now I've become one. Don Messick, Frank Welker, me, Rob Paulson. It's also his first show, and he's doing Arnold Schwarzenegger as a
Pitbull.
No,
or
as
the bull terrier.
no, the one with the pointy ears.
Wile E. Coyote?
No, he does this dog.
It was
German
it was like
a
a-
Doberman. It
Yeah.
was like a Doberman looking thing. So Mel comes in, and they're having him do something, and he is not there, and he's so elderly. And Andrea Romano, God love her, said, "Mr. Blank, can we get a level?" Whap! And he went all the way through
Muscle.
all of his characters, but then gave the pitch that he did it.
Yeah.
And it just sat there, and then he went down again. And
Yeah.
then when we lost him, Noel came in.
Yeah.
And it sounded just like him, but doesn't have that insanity chip
Right.
that we all have.
Yeah.
But I have never seen, it was, I don't know if it was a wheelchair. I mean, he was elderly. And it was the last thing, and I think we were Tiny Toons, and he was coming in to do Bugs and Daffy and everything, and you had Joe Alaskey, you had everybody in the room, but
boy.
the guy
Yeah.
came in, and the only other person I've seen do that is you.
Oh my gosh.
Nice.
Yeah, that, whip
There you
through
go.
them all, and but without a pitch. You know, you can do them all, and I don't know. To me, it's just.
It's I like to call.
Yeah.
Oh well, geez.
Yeah,
I
really.
like to say I have just a lot of time on my hands. Is all.
Yeah, well, I always say it's the stuff you used to get me kicked out of class.
Exactly.
So, okay.
And that was my voice for Sweetie, which was this baby voice that I would do in class, and it would crack everybody up, and I'd be in the back of the room,
Yeah.
just sitting there going, "Oh goodness gracious!" And everybody was in the back going, "Oh my God, that's so funny!" And then they would say, "Miss Milo, out,
out,
Yes.
out. Yeah.
out." Okay, I'll see you guys in a
Yeah.
bit. I'll see you in a minute.
Catholic school, by any chance?
All girls, baby. All
same.
girls.
Probably similar.
Yeah, probably similar, where they were like, "Jimmy, bye-bye."
Yeah.
Yeah, but because I think we're so sparkly and smart, it didn't matter. All I needed was just 5 minutes, and that is where I got hooked on can I make you laugh?
Right.
Yeah.
That's the we like to call it the more fuel for the fire, right?
Yeah.
As soon as you get that reaction, once you get that, the first one's free, but you gotta pay for the. You're like, oh man, I gotta make someone laugh.
It's really true.
Yeah.
And it's really true. And I said to my dad, who was a longtime vaudevillian and stand-up
Yeah.
and singer, and like
How
open.
cool was that?
Yeah, and I just had this. I grew up with like the '50s people on TV, and he opened for Louis Armstrong and the Ames Brothers, and like he was in the circuit and just as bitter as hell. And I was going to be a lawyer. And I told him, and he was like, you keep getting kicked out of class. You keep getting speeding tickets.
Yeah.
You're a
Speeding
rat.
tickets.
So he said, I'll pay for college if you go pre-law. And so I got accepted very young, pre-law. I'm doing my thing. And I entered a contest and won it. And I looked at him and I was like, bye-bye.
Bye, there's your
There
out.
you go. And he said,
Ciao.
you got to make X amount of dollars because I'm not giving you any money or you go back to school. And I was like, it's still happening where I made X amount of dollars.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
God.
yeah.
But it is that. And I will tell every young person, if you can do anything else, do that.
Yeah,
This is the
yeah.
only thing that I've ever wanted to do.
Me too.
Right?
Yeah, me too.
Like
Yeah,
perform.
this
You're a hell
or
of a
just
drummer.
singing, but I still do that too.
Yeah, you're
You
a
still
singer.
you also
drum-
play, right?
you drum.
Oh yeah, play drums.
You're
Yeah.
a hell of a drummer.
Yeah. Well, I always enjoyed drums, but the thing is, some of the best drummers I know are kind of looking for their next gig still. It's
Right.
just not fair.
As it always is.
I've got a friend of mine who's very, very famous, and if I say his name, it wouldn't be right. But was in one of the biggest groups ever, and he could use a buck.
Sure.
He could use a buck.
It's wild.
He takes gigs.
But in
on
a
the side.
situation like that, as a musician, I know singers, songwriters, obviously they get residuals from
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Drummers are they not? Are they protected at all?
They
or-
do. They do.
But it's
Yeah, you
down to like
absolutely
it's
do.
down to nothing because we can't, as we talked, and we don't want to
But-
talk too much business. You can't find
Yeah.
it. If you
Yeah.
can't find it, they don't do it. Which is this whole streaming platform has just
Yeah, yeah,
killed
yeah.
all of the livelihoods. But yeah, man, I think that we're lucky. I look at us not being 21 and still being able to make a living. It's kind of a very cool. It's
Oh,
a very
yeah.
cool thing doing stupid voices.
Yeah. Well, speaking of stupid voices,
Why?
I'm personally really excited for this movie, Coyote versus Acme, to come out. I mean, I just remember when it was first announced. I mean, you guys, this had to have been each of your longest period between recording and release of a project, right?
I don't know. I mean,
I
it's
almost forgot. I didn't have much to do.
right. It's
But it was like, where'd it go? Oh, that.
sometimes.
Oh,
But
okay.
this is a man and a lady that
No.
work so often and on so many different things that you can't even imagine. Like having the blessing of forgetting sometimes. Like, oh yeah, shoot, I was in that, right? But this one in particular was one of those ones that because of the headlines that it made,
Yeah.
it was in the headlines.
Right.
And
For-
pre-COVID, it started.
yeah.
It started. I mean, that's right. I believe.
I think
I recorded
so.
in a closet, and I learned from The Day the
Oh,
Earth
boy.
Blew Up, and then Space Jam.
Yeah.
We were-
I
we
only
were still
needed to
recording
dress
separately,
Right,
yeah.
I only needed to dress from the waist up while we were on Zoom in the summer, and we.
There's an image for you,
Yeah,
folks.
please. Nothing nobody wants to see. Anyway,
Without this desk,
without this desk, I'm in very comfortable.
we're just holding basketballs.
I want you to know that it was Eric and I had done Space Jam, as you did. Then we went to The Day the Earth Blew Up. That took forever to come out. And then we did, and I did that in my closet, and I did pickups at Cartoon Network. And then we did this, and I remember we were doing publicity for The Day the Earth Blew Up. And I was talking to this
every-
young man saying, the best work I have ever done as these Looney Tune characters is this film called Coyote v. Acme. Eric is sitting across from me, and we're like, right? And he was like, right?
but it was still a question of
And I
whether
said-
or not it was coming
It
out.
was,
and-
and they had not announced that Ketchup had picked it up.
Do you guys
Yeah.
think? Do you
That's
guys
insane.
think that all of the like drama and them shelving the project? Do you think that's going to lead to more exposure for it, or has it
I
led to
mean,
more exposure
I
for
like
it?
to say thanks to Warner
Yeah.
Brothers for doing the marketing for us already, but
Yeah.
it's tough because again, Looney Tunes is a very specific core of audience and fans, and I just hope that the people that did shout to the top of from the mountains,
I was one of them.
Yes.
that
Yeah.
they absolutely show up to the theater, because if not for the Looney Tunes, this is a fight for movies in general.
Right.
Yeah.
The fact that they're willing to treat their own intellectual property this way kind of caused a lot of caution for future filmmakers and writers to go, well, if that's how you treat your kids, what happens when I bring my kids to you? Are you guys going to
Right. Shelve it.
At all.
Right.
Yeah.
So it kind of unfortunately too kind of trains the audience to feel like, well, if we miss this one, we miss this one. Like it felt that easy to just not do
But
it.
I will say, if you look at somebody like a Netflix that is wondering why they can't get subscriptions up, and it was just a wonderful talk that I happened to luck into on a TikTok live, which I don't do, but I do watch. And it was a bunch of people saying, you cannot get me to subscribe to you if you're going to invest me in a show where I'm looking at character arcs and I'm invested, and you cancel it.
Right.
Yes.
And
You
take
do
it off.
it for the buzz of
Right.
get some subscriptions,
Right.
and then
Right,
Well,
and then you take it off, and it's all algorithmic. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what it is that we're a slave to these ideas that are unproven. And what I do hope for Coyote v. Acme is that the performance by Will Forte and Lana Condor, who's hilarious, and John Cena.
He's
that
been great in everything I've seen.
Oh my
They
God,
all
that
have.
we branch
all
out from
have,
the
yeah.
core anime. This is still a movie for kids, little kids.
Right.
Very little. It's all great. There, of course, things blow up, but remember the Three Stooges. It's
Yeah.
all there. Like, I just say that I think that the live action portion where you've got somebody that is very hip in Will Forte, the wrestling thing, you bring in John Cena, and then Lana, who comes from TV and film, who is this nerd. She is so, I almost think, forgive me, I almost think that she steals the live action because she's such a dork. Her
that's
character is
cool.
such a dork.
Yeah.
She's such a cutie patootie dork.
Yeah.
And it's so playing off Will Forte's very droll.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that it I'm hoping that it broadens the audience for more adults. And one of the things that I love is at the end of the film, 42,
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no. At the very end,
Yeah,
tail
easy.
credits, 42 ketchup thanks the people who made it happen.
Wow.
So
Right,
come and see
right.
your thank you,
There's a-
everybody.
there's a
Come
big
and
thank
see
you at
your
the very
thank
end.
you
Yeah.
at the end of this, because I do think that, yes, the free publicity that Warner Brothers gave us by making this a tax loss, and the nerds that stepped in. Do you remember the guy in the Coyote suit?
We're looking for him, by the way.
Picketing?
There's a campaign to find the person that was in that suit to attend
That
No
picketed
the
Warner
red
Brothers.
carpet.
Gotta- gotta be
He has to
findable.
come out. Yeah,
Gotta
I mean,
be.
he's definitely lives in Burbank. Definitely works at the chicken tenders on Kane's Chicken Tenders somewhere.
Oh,
but
my
you know,
gosh.
thank goodness for whoever was in that suit. It was.
Asher.
Was it Gary? I thought I heard Gary. Gary Merritt.
Now we
Just
know.
like, and it was like Gary in the back going,
Of course.
it was me.
Of
But I
course,
think
Gary.
that energized. You know, we were talking, Eric, before you got here about YouTube and
Oh, yeah,
subscriptions and curating your life, that there was such a focus online where, and shout out to Black Nerd and all the mega followers of animation who had petitions. And
Oh,
I
yeah.
really do
Someone
think
wanted to do a GoFundMe for it at one point.
To
You know
buy
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
to
Yeah,
buy
I
it.
remember that. Yeah.
Right, to
That's
take it, and then
crazy.
Ketchup stepped up. They did. I feel that they did really well with The Day the Earth Blew Up, and I think that all happened as the regime change was happening, and then Discovery was happening, and we did Space Jam leading into this and leading into that, and then I think they just said, we don't want to be an animation studio. This land is valuable. We're going to move everything, and we're going to demolish it and build housing, and like we're going to do something very Disneyfied, very different. And I really do think that catch-up might be the way that we see films being made, is that smaller studios step in, pick them up, and,
Well, we're living in a world where, again,
Please.
we're having, Batman by Bruce Timm and J.J. Abrams on Amazon.
Yeah.
It's not
yeah,
anywhere
yeah.
to be found on a WB,
Right.
which is Adventure Time on Hulu, which is a Disney outlet. So, this is where we're at, and if that's all they can afford to do is make good stuff, but not be able to house it, then that's what's going to happen. If people want to see it, they will subscribe and they will line up. They'll buy the ticket, and then it'll signal them to make more. So
Yeah.
And what was the name of the horror? Was it Obsession? The
Yeah.
horror?
Yeah. Yeah.
It made it for about $1.50 and
something like that.
Yeah.
six-pack of Stroh's beer or something.
Well, that's
Right?
exciting to me. There was
it's
there was
great.
Obsession. There's Iron Lung. It was
Yeah,
made
yeah,
by
yeah.
Markiplier, and
Yes.
it's like so. And then there was Nora. 2 years ago, it was an independent film that
Yeah,
won
that's
Best
right, that's
Picture.
right.
And I've said this before, but I'll say it again. To me, that even thinking about that, it gives me chills. Like I have goosebumps right now because to me that was such like a big signal from Hollywood. Make your own stuff, and we
Bam.
will reward you for
Yeah.
it.
Right.
Like Best Picture, Best Director, Best. Like
Or
Right.
at least
so
the
many-
box office receipts. Kind of
Exactly.
kind of defibrillated, jump-started the cinema
Yeah.
again, and people
Exactly.
are
I
going
have
to
this
see.
great story from Lucille Ball was on, an old talk show, and she and Desi had just split up, and and I think it was Cavett, and Dick Cavett said, what will happen to Desi Lou? And she said, Lou is still here. And he said, do you think you can survive? And she said, it doesn't matter. Where's RKO? And so I say, when people go, well, if Warner Brothers goes down, I always say, where's Lorimar? It's apartments right now. Lorimar Studios, Perfect Strangers, and all the shows that I did out of Lorimar, Empty Nest, it's all gone.
Well, Hanna-Barbera's a gym.
Right?
Yeah.
And Cartoon Network is private. And I
imagine?
say that it is the independent producers, and you see Steven Spielberg making great films right now that maybe he has his own studio. Maybe they pick it up and we do it sideways, man.
But almost, you mentioned Spielberg. It's almost like even he, like in the release of Disclosure Day, it's almost like he has to compete with all the noise that's out there
Right.
and all the, going to see a Spielberg film used to be like a landmark event. It used
Right.
to
Oh,
just
yeah.
be a thing. It was
Yeah.
like his movies here. Now
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah.
one of many.
The new Raiders is out.
Yeah.
Another exciting thing to me about Coyote v. Acme is it feels like, obviously dependent on the success of the film, which I'm sure will be fine. But there's this resurgence in two-dimensional, traditional animation.
Yes.
Yeah.
With The Day the Earth Blew Up, and now this movie. And that's really exciting to me because so many people, I feel like they almost don't make them anymore because there's so much available on these platforms that we're talking about.
Right.
If you really think about it, 2D animation, I remember being a kid and watching, Cinderella and Snow White, and I had no idea those movies were made decades ago,
Right.
decades ago. You can show Lion King to your kids right now, and to them, it's like it came out right now.
Right.
It's because it doesn't age, when that craftsmanship, it doesn't...
I remember thinking that about the Three Stooges.
Yeah.
Dad, you're not going to believe this.
Yeah.
There's these three guys.
Well, that's another great thing about Looney Tunes in general. You mentioned how it's very, Stooges-esque. And I was watching some old
Yeah,
Looney
oh, yeah.
Tunes,
Well, I think they're the greatest when it's literally the short form. And I think for me, moving forward, if Warner Brothers, I think they're already kind of starting to do it. But if you're going to continue with these characters, I think the only way to do it is to make 5 to 8 well-animated 2D hand-drawn shorts that they play before movies a year.
And it's
It
physical.
doesn't have to be,
Agreed.
It doesn't have to be overblown budgets if that's what they're scared of, and it doesn't have to be, poorly drawn overseas studio TV shows.
Right.
Just make them here. Make them in Burbank.
Yeah.
Make them at the studio with really solid artists, really good performers, and I'll produce maybe. I'm retiring. This is my last movie, guys. I've had it.
I think you're right.
Till the
That I
next
do think that there is this, that the blockbuster there. I'm trying to think of the guy. His dad was the head of Universal, and he has a space on TikTok and talks about how we are all the new producers. And we are the yes men. We are the middlemen. We are the people making it. And it will be the studio's job, and independent studios' jobs will be the distribution of it. And I really think that the strong people will coalesce, and there'll be a coalition of us getting together. But I think short form, I do think that there is a slight backlash against the onslaught of CGI and AI stuff that is on YouTube, and that all the anime that I love anime, I love anime actors, but it's all beginning to look the same, because I always have to ask, who are you cosplaying and what show is that? And I went to look it up, and I went, oh no God, you're on Pokemon. What are you doing? I was like, that creature is, and I think that is, it will never go away, but it may go back to graphic novels. It may go back, because I just really feel that the hand-drawn, it takes you into a magical world. When we were at the day the Earth blew up, which is very much like how it was with the screening of Coyote v. Acme, because when you hear there is this core reaction. But for the day the Earth blew up, we were trying to get an Academy Award nomination, so they released it early, and we were at a theater, and a bunch of little kids, and they were watching other, general films from DreamWorks and Disney and things that were coming out, and these kids talked and talked and talked through it, and somebody went, "Ooh, the background is moving," and I'm like, "Yes, it's called a green screen." And I'm thinking, and we were all, because it was all of us from the studio, and he was like, "I did color. These are my kids," and there was like, "Oh, it's so bad," and then came on, and then when it ended, these kids all clapped. And they were silent except for laughter. And we had huge laughs in Coyote v. Acme at that screening. And it was, and I don't know, Eric, do you know who was invited to that? What that was?
That was like a lottery of San Diego Comic-Con fans that wanted to...
San Diegans?
San Diegan fans who desperately wanted to see the film and got in, and... It was like a lot of the usual suspects that you often see at these events and that you see in your line for signatures, but other folks that are just a plain old Looney Tunes fan who happens to be like a soccer mom.
Really, truly.
But comes out of the movie telling you, I cried at the end of the movie. Because after all, the Coyote hasn't eaten in 80 years. Let's just, he hasn't had a solid meal in 80 years.
He is looking a little raggedy thin.
I was listening to a podcast with the director, and he was talking about just that, where he really wanted to humanize Wile E. Coyote.
He did.
This is if you really think about it outside the framework of comedy, physical comedy, which also is another thing I wanted to say, the physical comedy aspect. I mean, name a comedy movie that was ubiquitous in the last 5 years. Oh, man. That everybody knows, like The Hangover, that people quote.
That's a tough one.
No,
because
it doesn't exist.
That doesn't happen anymore.
It doesn't exist. And physical comedy, I believe, needs to make a comeback, because all these comedies, the reason that we can't quote any of these is because people are just sitting there trying to tell jokes in their movies.
Right.
It's not physical, I'll never forget, like Alan in The Hangover, banging the baby's head against the cop car door, just so many physical examples. I think of, the Scary Movie,
oh my God.
And
the
losing
ghost
his teeth.
running down, running down the stairs from the piano comes down and hits the
simple,
grandma,
like Naked Gun. I think Naked Gun came out with Liam
Naked Gun?
Neeson.
What'd you think of Naked Gun?
Even the remake, it's a tough one, because you're never going to top Leslie Nielsen.
Never.
Leslie Nielsen, Zucker, the Zuckers, they really
I thought
made...
it was pretty okay.
It's a plain movie.
For Liam Neeson to kind of just
right.
be the straight man in that situation.
Right.
I thought Pamela Anderson was hysterical in
Yeah.
that movie.
Well, see, literally watching that movie, what I was thinking to myself was, these writers are hilarious.
Yeah.
They wrote hilarious stuff. It wasn't so
Bam.
much the delivery of it, in my opinion. Don't come after me.
Yeah.
No,
come
it's
after
true
us.
though. No,
We'll make
but
another one.
Chris, one of the things that Dave Green, the director, is brilliant at, and please tell me if I'm missing this, Eric, but that he knew how to time it. And then he was working with the best of the best animators, because all the comedy in animation comes from the art director who has the timing. So they had the timing that was unreal. And then you had Dave Green and you had Will Forte reacting and acting with dead space.
Yeah, he really does carry the movie on his back.
On his back. And I'm telling you that he has soliloquies, as does this one, that are so good, but that's the physical of it, that you know, the ubiquitous, for lack of a better word, the piano drops, the pies in the face, all of that is timed in 2026 vibe.
Sensibilities.
It is, which is 1940s.
Yeah,
You're
but
back
again,
there.
it's what we've been, you know, if you're a lifelong fan of these cartoons, you will know exactly you know, what they're doing.
Yeah.
And
The Roadrunner runs into the side of the mountain, into the black thing, and moves it, and then the Coyote, boom, and it's like,
on the biggest scale you've ever seen, like on the big screen, and like with the best special effects and the best you know,
sound,
like
audio.
Roger Rabbit. We've been a lot of people. I did a few interviews this morning, and they had all mentioned Roger Rabbit, and it's like that is the highest compliment you could ever receive, because that is one of the most untouched films ever made.
Yeah.
But
that you were a part of, Jim.
Yes, you were.
Yes, I was.
Yes, you were. And
I was a bunch of weasels, then they cut it all out. But I was still bullet number 2.
Bullet number 2,
God
baby.
love you.
bullet number 2.
And I will say that is what. No, we have had animation, live action. You do How to Train Your Dragon and all of that. And what is missing is warmth.
Yeah.
And what is missing, and what I think Dave Green does so spectacularly in this movie, as and Lizzie, you can smack me if I'm like giving it away, but I think that for this, one of the brilliant choices that Dave Green made in conjunction with our animators is that I feel that Coyote's in on it. That he's slightly in on it. Like
That's interesting.
Do you know what I mean? It's not like
he's-
this hapless dude.
He's
which
not
is
quite
which
his
is what
butt
I
kicked
love about the
continuously.
physicality of Zach Galifianakis, like something
Yeah.
that from the Hangover. Like that is what I love, is that you see this comedy and you see this physicalness, but they're also in on it to a certain extent. And the hapless idiots are everybody. The hapless idiot is Will Forte.
Well, he's down to settle. You know,
Down to settle.
he doesn't fight like Coyote does, but he's also accepted. I think that's the turning point, right? Is like that he's accepted his place in this food chain with the other lawyers.
I'm so happy for him, because I loved this show. I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's called The Last Man on Earth.
Yeah.
Starring
So
Will
good.
Forte. So
And that's
good.
Lord and Miller, right?
And
Yes.
exactly. Phil Lord Christopher Miller.
Yeah.
And that show ends off cliffhanger, like we were talking about a little bit ago. You know, it got dropped, you know, and it literally a massive cliffhanger. I think it's season 3 or 4. Whenever it ends, massive cliffhanger, show's canceled.
Yeah.
Boom. Like, no answers. It was the first time I've ever experienced that as a fan of something. I was like, you don't
Wait a
get
minute.
an answer? Like, it's just over? Oh my God.
Yeah.
But I wanted to ask each and every one of you guys how it felt when you first got the opportunity to join this Warner Brothers family in each of your characters, in Taz and the dozens of characters that you do in Granny, etc. What was that feeling like when that audition came through, or when you booked the part and like, oh my God, I'm carrying on this legacy?
Lore. I didn't ever see myself doing cartoons. I wanted to sing rock and roll. That's what I wanted to do. Went to this audition for Tiny Toons. Didn't know Steven Spielberg was in the room. Booked that. Sat in a room. Didn't know what I was doing. Then realized, oh my God, I'm in a room full of idiots. A room full of me. It's really fabulous. Then moved through, and to have the opportunity to take on June Foray's brilliant work. I didn't know anything about real B. Benedere, to do Petunia and all of that. It's been a really big blessing for me, because in case you haven't noticed, I'm not young or male. So things like this are few and far between, and it was glorious. And it started with Space Jam, which was done fully in COVID in my closet. And
Space Jam 2.
Space Jam 2, the one that all the kids liked. the little kids liked, and then moved on, and I get to work with amazing people. But we were doing Looney Tunes shorts, and we were doing Looney Tunes, and it's been an amazing thing that I hope will continue for me. And I love all those characters, and I hope that the fans accept me as a poor imitation to June.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's great.
You are Dwenny. Who cares? Who cares what they think? I know my Dwenny when I see one.
Well, Earth creature, I would be wearing.
Yes, I love it.
I would be wearing this T-shirt even if I weren't a part of the family. Isn't that lovely?
But Marvin
baby.
the Martian was.
Hell yes.
I'm gonna say. Oh, thank you.
Who wants to hear my normal voice?
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
I'm an illegal alien.
Yes. Yeah. So I feel like ICE is outside right now. They're waiting for handcuff that alien from Canada.
Oh, yeah.
For me, yeah, these characters were the reason why I would get up Saturday mornings.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's right, man.
And record it on a thing called VHS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's before we could pause our normal televisions now, we would have to record it.
I used to sell those.
There you go.
At the Video Depot.
There it
And
is.
I
Oh
know.
my gosh,
At a
yes.
video store.
See, I mean, that's how we would preserve our programs and television. But I would pause the drawing, pause the shorts, and I would draw from the screen. That's how I got into animation. But so found my way into Looney Tunes, and yeah, like every day's the first day of work for me.
Wait a
Who was
minute,
the first? Oh, sorry.
Wait, are you an animator as well? I mean, hold on.
Character live.
Yeah.
I could draw the characters for you if I had a
Wow.
Sharpie and a blank piece of paper. I could approximate these
I
characters.
used to be okay, but now I
Ashes on
can't
it.
draw a conclusion. Hey,
I just say I'm left-handed.
Good night, everybody.
So I don't draw anything.
Who was the
Oh,
first
wow.
character that you played from the Looney Tunes?
It was Marvin.
It was Marvin.
Almost
Oh, yeah.
20 Earth years.
Yeah, that's 20 years.
Isn't that
There you go.
lovely?
Yeah.
My face right?
He's
It's
great.
my
That's your
favorite character.
Oh, look,
Yeah.
we have
Yeah,
white,
PM.
whiteboard.
Oh,
Yeah.
whiteboard. Watch
Oh,
this.
is now
Here
is
we
this
go.
a whiteboard marker or no? It's a pen.
Oh my God.
So
Yeah,
what
it's
was-
a permanent
I was about
marker.
to destroy company
Yes.
property.
Company.
But you know, there's a
No doubt.
trick that you can get Sharpie off of a whiteboard. You just spray. You have to put the removable marker on top of the Sharpie and then clean it off, and it pulls it right off.
Look at this.
Oh, wow.
While he's drawing, Jim, how about you
Yes.
tell us about your role in Looney Tunes through Taz?
Oh, well.
When did you first play Taz?
Well, you know, it was in the 80s, maybe 90s.
Yeah.
You had Tasmania.
80s, Jim.
He had his own show. Here's
Look at
those.
that.
That-
10
that's one.
seconds, done.
Look at that.
No.
I like
hold
the
on.
eyes.
Please keep talking while I use my clothes to.
Oh no,
Oh my
You-
God,
dude,
Eric,
you're gonna
Kara's kill
screw
you.
up your T-shirt.
What?
We have
Mom,
paper towels.
Mom, Eric's ruining his shirt. Mom.
Yeah.
Okay, Dory, I won't expose my.
Oh,
Oh no.
my
that's
underside.
quite all right.
What did you know about Taz before you became Taz?
Oh, you
was he
know,
popular before you
know,
took over?
Well, what was interesting is, and I found this out at the audition, that because he was a character that everybody had in their head. Everybody knew Bugs and Taz and Daffy and he was in 5 shows.
Really?
Prior to Tasmania, he was only in 5 shows.
Oh my gosh.
Right? Just
That's
like
the
Marvin.
best.
That was it.
Marvin
That
was
was it.
the exact same.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Taz, I'm telling you, Taz is probably the most marketable of
There you
all
go.
the characters.
What's up, Doc? Yeah,
I
baby.
gotta tell you, Taz has got a big appetite,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he sells the most Harley Davidson T-shirts.
Well,
Yeah.
you're right
You
about
know.
that.
We're
And
talking
he is
about
he's
millions
the
of
mascot of many, many, many high schools.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Well, there was a guy named Vinny Pazienza who was a boxer, and he called himself the Pazmanian Devil.
Stop it.
And he'd walk out, he'd have Taz on a rope, on a cane, top of a cane, and he had boxing gloves on him. It was, so I think everybody, I like Taz because he can convey
Right.
every emotion without a single word. And then there's one. Well, thought you bury me in the cold ground.
I think
that was it.
So many animators today were also inspired by the Looney Tunes. I worked on Foster's Home, and we had a Coco who would never say.
There you go.
Yeah, it was very Taz.
Fantastic.
I know
Coco,
this guy is like.
Sorry, I'm like that guy on Santa Monica Pier that will write your name on a grain of rice.
Oh yeah,
$50, please. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, Coco was the
Was like the Taz kind of a that they were. Craig McCracken takes his inspiration, which I love about him, from the real world, and I always think though that the popularity of smaller characters, like for me, Marvin, for Taz. Little characters I've done. Cheese from Foster's Home was in 4 episodes out of 72, and they made Funkos out of
nice.
him because there is.
That's how
you
you
have
know.
such a limited opportunity that there's no arc, so people can adopt you in their mind, and you become whatever they want. Like, I could call my younger sister right now and go, "Greetings, Earthling," and she and I would start weeping because that's how we shared a room growing up poor. And shared a room, and that's how we would wake each other up and say, "Greetings, Earthling."
There he is.
There he is. Oh man, I see a wall in his future.
Tragic backstory for
Was
Coco.
there a tragic backstory
Why
for Coco?
does
What?
that is the lore that is on. So what we do for Foster's Home, because they are imaginary friends, and they are your imaginary friends, is that unless the adoptee tells you, the creator tells you the backstory, there is none. Like Cheese was that, Coco was that, the Duchess was one, and because there is backstory for Dexter's Lab too, that I'm like, no, I don't know anything.
It's also connected to Primal.
Yes.
Dexter's. They're like the caveman in Primal. Genndy Tartakovsky's Primal appears in an episode of Dexter.
Yeah. And I saw
Crazy.
Paul Williams, who said that when he appeared on Dexter's Lab and sang a song or something, that he didn't write it, that it was so pulled from the zeitgeist. And I
What?
know that people want to know
He
about...
sang a song and he didn't write it. Wow.
Yeah. And he didn't write it.
Wow.
And he said it was so perfect. And I think that that's what's so glorious about animators today. And you have this new Pete Brownguard, Alex, like all the people that are drawing today didn't spring from nowheres. They were watching because we were watching, and they watched and created. And I do think it comes back to watching the Betty Boop thing that you in this event of yours was spectacular. Cartoons United, Saturday morning Cartoons United. It was a spectacular, but those Fleischer drawings and the rolling and it goes back, and Popeye and all of that.
Yeah.
You have it goes back, and everybody was watching because you don't become an animator out of nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
And the Disney animators watched it because we didn't have, back when I was a kid, any Disney cartoons on TV. You had, the Wonderful World of
shorts in
Disney, and you
front
had
of-
shorts that were on that, or but it wasn't the movies that you could do. And so I do think that I'm hoping that the next generation loves the slapstick and loves the heart that's in this movie. And my friend Eric, who kills it.
Oh, well, again.
Kills it.
And
No doubt.
and Sir Jimothy.
Yeah.
Jimothy
And
Cummings.
Jimothy.
sneaking in under the wire.
Jimothy.
I think what we have going for us here with this film is that people are actually going to see movies again.
Yeah.
Is that
Yay.
it's that it wasn't like literally like
Yeah.
a half a year ago or a year ago where you could go, you want to go see a movie? Yeah, we can get tickets. It's not going to be now when you go, you have to actually get tickets in
The
advance.
Odyssey, I've been looking for tickets for the Odyssey because I want to see it in 70 millimeter. Like,
Well, I
Alex?
have a friend at the Alex Theater who, if you guys want to go see,
Well, I will
if you
take
guys
you
want
up
to go, if
on
all of
that.
you watching,
Listen, pal, if you go see Coyote versus Acme, I'll give you one free Odyssey ticket. How about that?
now
Not
that you
bad.
said that, I actually wanted to try something
for
with
the
you
price
guys.
of one.
Here we
Let
go.
me know if you guys are game. It's voices, but there's a little twist.
Okay.
Chris, we
Voices with
love
a
you,
We love
dude.
twists.
So I started this improv class last night.
just
Oh,
last
I
night,
love it.
Just last
you're
night.
already
Okay, we're-
fresh. Here we
And
go.
That's why you're glowing.
I want to, I want to take some inspiration from that class and try something with you guys.
Okay.
So it's each of you will do a character voice. We're going to say a sentence all together.
Okay.
But each person will do one word at a time. And I want you guys to say, come and see Coyote versus Acme August 28th.
Okay.
Do you think we can pull that off?
Oh.
One word at a time.
Come
So
and
it'll be
see
Candy, come and see Coyote versus
So we're going to go
Acme.
round robin until it's
Yeah.
done.
What do you think?
I
Yeah,
think so.
Sure.
Looney Tunes characters.
Okay,
Looney Tunes.
right.
Okay.
Let's give it a try.
Come and see Coyote versus Acme.
August 28th.
August 28th.
Okay.
28.
Okay, ready? Come.
And
See.
Ooh, Coyote.
voices.
Acme.
August.
28th.
Oh my gosh.
Did we do it?
I was like,
Is
the
my
last
nose
one-
bleeding?
Yes, I was going to say.
Well, I can't
that
tell.
last one was
that the
Petunia
end?
Pig. Was that
Oh,
it?
okay.
Good.
Yeah. I had to say a number.
And I always like the because it was like, oh, the speed's not going in. We're up there.
Because it used to be a Victrola.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how they started it. It would
Wow.
always start a hand cranked started it. And you know, I will say there's a wonderful, before we go, a wonderful series on Netflix.
Before you
Hurry
go.
before they take it off.
Taking off?
That is called Titans. Titans: The
Hold
Rise
on,
of
Missy.
Hollywood. And I will tell you that Warner Brothers is only in business today and independent because one of the brothers invented sync sound.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And then they pissed him off, treated him like dirt, and he took it to another studio.
As it goes.
But that is
Wow.
how, the only reason, because they were going to be absorbed by Henry Fox of Fox Studios.
I've heard of them.
I want you to watch this series before they lose it.
Wow. Well, you know,
What, honey?
since you brought it up, where are the Warner Brothers from?
Where are they
Where are
from?
they from?
Burbank?
My hometown.
No way.
Youngstown, Ohio.
They are not.
What?
How have you
Warner
never
Brothers-
mentioned that before?
I don't know. I just made it up. There was Warner Theater, and it was I think it was the first one. That was local lore, unless
Yeah.
unless
I will tell you, I think you
unless
can
they
back
were
that-
lying to me. I
No,
mean,
I think you can
somebody
back
fact
that
check.
up.
I was pretty gullible.
We'll let you play Taz for many, many years if you
Yeah.
just tell them we're from Youngstown, Ohio.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds like a good deal.
Yeah. What the hell?
I'll have to go. I mean, you could probably check that out on the tour. I don't work for the tour, nor do I get discounts. But they have all the facts about the Warner Brothers there, and I bet you're right.
I bet
Yeah.
you're right. And this Titans thing goes from silent all the way up to like what, except not what's happening today. But what I will tell you is that if you watch it from beginning to end,
You'll understand why.
You will be very calm about what's happening because it's always been happening.
Oh, yeah.
It's always, as Lucille Ball said, Lou is still here. And he said, well, what happens? And she said, where's RKO?
Yeah.
And that was gone. And there were new studios. So I have great faith. I just want everybody to come see Coyote v. Acme.
Yeah.
What you said.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
And where is it playing? In a Warner Brothers theater.
Yeah. Somewhere in Youngstown, Ohio.
Somewhere in Youngstown.
Aren't we,
Come on down.
Are we all AMCs?
AMC, Regal, and all over the place.
Yeah.
I've
Everywhere.
seen. People have been screen grabbing. It's going to be at City Walk and everywhere. Anywhere.
I'm gonna, and you never know. And if we're there, because I'm gonna go see it as many times as I possibly can, I will hug you.
No,
but I don't draw.
I'll be honest. I've already been asked. You should talk to Dave, our director, to appear at some of the screenings.
I would love it. I think we should go to
cool would
Austin,
that be?
Texas, to my nephew's
Literally
birthday
hop
party.
Are you
on the
guys gonna do it?
microphone. I think I might.
Hi, Dave.
That's what I've been asked.
Hi,
You should
Dave.
do that too, Jim.
I'm in.
Let's do it. Oh my
Somebody
gosh.
call.
let's
Do it all
this.
together. You guys
Oh
are
my
all
gosh.
the
All
voice
I want
actors.
is a free bucket of
What the hell?
Which is another super
you can
cool.
share
I did
with
not
me.
know that you guys are the only 3 voice actors in the movie.
Yeah, you have a little bit
Wait,
of
I didn't know that.
Walla Walla, but I think we all did Walla Walla.
Yeah.
Because
For anybody who doesn't know what Walla Walla
yeah,
is.
we did like crowd noises, and it's I just know that I was in my closet, which was my studio, AKA where I keep my winter coats, this tiny little closet in a 1940s house, like a Coyote actor.
Yes.
That I
This
think
is the
that,
movie poster.
Yeah. Like I said, I was doing, like, be surprised. Oh, this falls. Give me a scream and give me a shout. And I don't think that they ever had an opportunity to do it. I will tell you, you want to hear something cool, and then I know we have to
Yes.
go. So when I was recording, Dave was in London, and he had me on his iPad, and I'm recording, hopefully very blue and ad-libby things that will hopefully be on the Blu-ray as Miss Prissy.
the Blu-ray.
Yes. Oh goodness, he's handsome. And he was at Abbey Road, and I said, why are you at Abbey Road? And he runs with the iPad because he's adorable, opens it up and strings, and my character is on the big screen, and they are
they were
doing
scoring
music.
them. Yeah.
And so he said, I have the character, I don't want to say, can I say now that who's in the movie? Sure. Yes, yeah, Granny. So he's got Granny on the screen. He said, I've got her now. And they all took their bows and were hitting their thing. And I was like, oh my God, I made the
That's high praise.
big time.
That's big stuff.
Abbey Road.
It almost broke my heart. It was so special to me
Yes.
that I couldn't breathe. Like I couldn't do anything else. And then I was like, what else do you need? I'll do it for free. What else do you need? I'll do like, and then he said, oh, do you guys, do you do Walla, or is that beneath you? And I was like, no, dude, I'll do Wally. You're already paying me to be here. And then that's how I know there are no other females. And I think that you were everybody in that splat crowd.
Yeah.
Sure.
And I think, and I knew it
Splat
was
and
you
run,
for Taz, but I knew, because I don't know, I'm sure it's in your wheelhouse, but I'm sure you didn't do it.
I did not.
No.
I did not. That's one of the only ones that I did not read, or maybe that was a scene that they were like, we need to get Taz in here at some point.
Yeah.
Do you do Taz?
No. I mean, why?
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
You have the human
I
blunder
was
right
going
here.
for some clickbait. You
Yeah.
let me
It's-
down.
I could eat like Taz. That's
I
for
will
well,
say that
that's true.
I
the
could tear
late
through a
Joe
tree.
I got that
Alasky,
down.
the late
Joe,
Joe
yeah.
Alasky right in front of you would be saying something directly
Yeah,
to
yeah.
camera. You know, if Jim's having a problem with that, I like to take a shot at it.
Yes.
I am in the room, and I want you to know. Oh my God, do it, Jimmy!
No.
If Jimmy's having
Gotcha.
a problem with that, I want to take my hand to God. I can take a swing at that. He did that.
There's your clickbait.
Yeah, that's terrible. There's another guy
Do you know
who-
that he's not only is Jim still alive, Joe, but he's sitting right next to you.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
wanted to let you know.
Yeah, that was wonderful.
In case you have tunnel vision.
Take a swing. Take a swing at it.
That's
This
some,
is what I signed up for.
that's some inside baseball for you guys.
Find
Yeah.
the tunes.
I will tell you that my favorite is Marvin, and I always thought I did a really great Marvin in my brain until I heard Eric.
Yeah, right.
And now I'm
Until
like,
you-
I don't even like
Okay,
to tell
never
you how
mind.
my sister and I woke up, and it's just like, so I would turn to my sister and say, and then just point to Eric.
I'm just saying, Marvin could use a sister.
Yes.
You know? If
Marvina.
you expand the Duck Dodgers universe, we should have Marvin and his family. You know, like it shouldn't just be him; it should be a bunch of.
What would Marvin's sister sound like?
Or I think she would sound just like him.
Yeah.
Female.
Yeah.
And she's an older sister.
No, please
great.
meet my sister.
Yes.
Please meet my sister Mabel. Yeah, Mabel the Martian.
I'm pleased
Yes.
to meet you. I'm
Yeah.
pleased to be anywhere. Please excuse my appearance.
See, that's it.
What? Two Martians? Oh boy.
Well, since
Come
we're
on, Private Porkster. Let's
That
get
is
out of here.
wonderful.
since we're doing voices right now, why don't we continue doing voices in the form of a voice swap right before we go? How's that
All right,
sound?
sounds
Let's
good.
swap
We
It's
it
better
a
is.
go.
three-way voice swap.
Yes.
Yes, the rarely done three-way
Don't
voice
get
swap.
excited, Gary. It's a three-way.
Yeah. Can you turn the lights down
Oh, man.
and light this
Dim the
candle?
lights.
Here we go.
Do you want to start, Eric?
Go ahead.
Sure. Well, what are we?
You pick a character, you say a line.
no.
we're joking.
Give an iconic
mood.
line, and then I'll have to do it in I'll have to do your line in one of my characters. She has to do your line in one of her characters.
Yeah, so we'll just do like in a
Okay.
circle.
And then
You'll
we
start it
just-
off, and then we'll boom, and then we'll rotate and boom.
Okay. This sounds good. Here we go. This is one that I hope you reciprocated another duck member of
okay.
your family.
There you
so
go.
You're despicable.
Wow, that's really good. You sound just like him. You're despicable.
Darkwing.
Good old
Yes!
Darkwing.
Oh, dearie, you're despicable.
Oh, a little bit of witch
Nice.
hazel.
Yes.
Nice.
I'm gorgeous.
See, I always aim for the Darkwing because Daffy and Darkwing need to be in a scene.
Yeah, they have to
together.
be. I agree. Yeah, I have to agree with you on that. Now I got a guy named Hondo Onaka. I could throw one out there,
Okay.
and he's from Star Wars universe, Clone Wars.
Yes.
Oh, the stories I could tell, so many of them true.
Petunia Pig. I'm a flavor scientist. Oh, the stories I could tell. And something about them being true.
So many of them being true.
And so many of them true.
There you go.
Oh, the stories I could tell, and so many of them being true, Earth creature.
Yes. Hell yes.
That was great. Could you give us a granny?
I could do this. Sweetie, get out of Sylvester's mouth.
Sweetie, get out of Sylvester's mouth. And don't forget the honey.
Dwayne, who put me in Sylvester's mouth?
I did, you stupid bird. Now get in my belly.
Get it right.
As a personal request, could you just do one more as Foghorn? Because I love Foghorn
yeah.
so
God,
much.
so
he's
good.
one of my
And he's like a prominent character in this
Yes.
movie,
Oh,
too.
no, yes,
like,
yes.
huge
And
character.
He has a
Richard Sher.
soliloquy to end it all, man.
Yeah.
This is it right here. I mean, pick.
I say, son.
And then I always liked it with the ruination. That is,
Yeah.
Armageddon was what whatever that is always.
I
I don't know what that was.
Go
It was
ahead.
I'm a
amazing.
rootin', tootin', lasso looping, popgun shooting chicken hawk, and I'm gonna eat ya.
I'm not a chicken. I'm a dog. You see that little house over there that says D-O-G? That spells chicken. Now go get him, boy.
Classic.
That's classic.
Classic.
God, my brain just was like, Mom,
Yes.
more pancakes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I get
You're
another?
You're back at home, and Saturday
Yes.
morning is the only
Like
place.
this,
you
and
can-
Captain Crunch.
That's one of my favorite things. The things that we do, and you can go to a Comic-Con, you can go to whatever you have, and somebody will walk up and they're 45 years old, and the next thing you know, you bust out one of yours, and there's a 5-year-old standing in front of you, and it's
Yes,
a
sir.
free trip to childhood.
Oh,
Yes.
No,
It's a
that's it.
free trip to childhood. And it gives me a little goosey bumps
Yeah,
when I think
yeah.
of it. And you see these people, and then there'll be like a 45-year-old guy and his wife standing behind him, and she's crying.
Right.
She's crying, tears of joy, but
Yeah,
crying, and
but
it's
true.
because they're so damn happy.
Yeah.
And I know you guys have got that in spades, and
As
isn't
do you,
it
Jimmy.
a wonderful thing that we
Right.
share.
It is, and
We're
I
lucky.
think that when you do something like
lucky.
this to bring us all together,
Yeah.
it's almost like a session.
Yeah.
And it
Oh,
feels like
this is what I feel
Yeah,
for
it's
the new
therapy.
generation. It's
Yeah.
tough, I could actually say that I had the blessing to be in rooms with you both.
Yeah.
Remember
yeah.
when the
Well,
back in the days?
Yeah.
When you would.
I was El Guanto Blanco.
Exactly. You played my inspiration on Puss in Boots.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Now you can go to a Universal theme park and hear me say, "The baño is this way." Yeah.
Yeah.
Film me if you had too much leche.
my
Use
That is
the
right. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
gritty kitty litter
Is
box.
was that the
Yeah.
first time that I met you? Was that?
Yes,
That was
she
it.
played Kid Pickle on the show.
Yeah, it was like a lollipop kid. Yeah.
Okay.
He
We
had a pickle in his mouth, but he held it like a cigar.
I'm not
so
gonna
he
touch
sounded
that,
like that.
but
And then I
okay.
did Clevel. And they had Clevel. They wanted like this because I tried to do Marvin the Martian.
No, we're
Oh,
gonna sneak
God.
in. Don't worry.
I know.
Mabel the
But-
Martian's.
Mabel
And
the
I
Mar- you
think
got it right.
I wasn't your dad. I was El Guanto Blanco.
You were like
was
the
your
Zorro
uncle.
before Zorro.
That's
you were the
right.
real.
That's right.
You
That's
were the
what it
guy.
was.
Were you
Yeah.
the ghost or were you? Was it a ghost?
No,
I'm trying to
I
remember in the
I don't
village.
think so. No, I was an actual guy that was there, and I have the white paw.
Yeah, that's right.
El Guanto Blanco.
Oh, I do remember that. And I
He
love
was
that
the
I'm
guy.
two characters that, and I speak Spanish and had no accent.
None.
And I was a creature, like a gnome, and then a kid from the Bronx with the pickle in his mouth.
With the pickle in his mouth.
That's the best part about what we do is you could do it all. But I was gonna say those were the days where even if we had 5 lines of dialogue, two lines up front and 3 in the back, we had to stay for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Because Colette would say, "Hey, you got to do the wall and you got to do the thing." Now it's like on Zoom. It's like, let's get you out in 15 minutes.
Yeah. I
We
miss
don't
those
have-
days.
Yeah.
Right.
don't have
And you miss the group.
Yeah, you do
Don't you?
miss the
I mean,
group.
Because acting is reacting. I've said it 100 times.
Absolutely, and it's listening. And if
Yeah.
I don't have anybody to listen to, but I remember Rob Paulson said something so beautiful and poignant. He said, had we known that it was the last session,
Oh my god.
we all would have gone to dinner.
Oh my god.
Had we known this was it, because every time somebody would say, does anybody want to go get a little bite if it was a 2 to 6 session?
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, no, I'm on my way
that
out
was
to
it.
Calabasas. I got to get Gabby. She was little.
Because we knew we would see each other again next week.
We'd be there on
right?
Tuesday at 10 or 2 and at Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon or Disney.
I remember sitting on the floor watching Rob Paulson and Jeff Bennett. We all had to share a microphone, watching them doing dueling Don Knotts impressions.
Oh, God, that's
okay,
funny.
Oh,
kids.
Jeff
Yeah,
Glenn Bennett's
Jeff's got a
Don
great
Knotts.
one. Jeff
Yeah.
is
I
really
mean,
good.
you know what I'm talking about.
Oh,
then,
yeah.
you know, that,
Oh, yeah.
Either that or he's doing Regis. It's up
Yeah.
to you. You know?
Yeah.
And then I sit next to him at a lot of these cons, which I've just started doing. And he'll come up and somebody will come up and he'll go, hey, pretty mama. Johnny
Yeah.
And
Johnny
I
Bravo.
was- if she's under 20, she doesn't quite know what to do, but her parents back there are roaring, laughing, going, could never, as we
Yeah.
say, half the shit we do could never be on the air today.
Yeah.
You could never
Oh,
you couldn't have
Just on Boomerang. That's all. You get-
Yeah. Well, I have to say that I've been known, and this is really probably a bad thing, but I used to sneak in double entendres, just to see if I and I was playing, and it was for a Timon and Pumbaa session a long time ago. They had a brief sojourn on Saturday morning, and I was a couple of. Was I a hyena?
Probably the
Yeah.
hyenas.
Yeah,
Yes,
I might
you
have
were.
been. Well, I was a hyena, but I
You
mean,
were in the movie,
But,
a hyena.
Oh yeah, but I mean, there were no. I think these were coyotes or something like, and they were supposed to be hillbillies or something. Well, all I can tell you is it ain't mine. I think it's urine. and they go, okay, that's good. Yeah, then a month later, yeah, you got to come back in, okay?
Yeah,
we're gonna redo a line.
Was it Stu Rosen? Was he?
Yeah, Mr. Smooth.
remember
What is it? It must be urine. Urine, really? Okay. How about yours? Okay, fine.
As in, you're in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble. I was in trouble.
That is so funny.
What the hell?
That's all the time we have for
Oh,
today.
thank
Well,
you for having
thanks
us.
for taking
Just-
the piss out of it there.
Yeah, thank you guys both so much for
Coyote
coming.
the Acme,
Figuratively.
August 28th. Come out and see us.
That's
We're
right.
going to show up. We will. We promise.
Really appreciate it, you two. Really
Thank you for
appreciate
having
it.
us.
Candi Milo, Eric Bauza. And thank you guys all for watching. We really appreciate you.
Yay,
This
love you,
podcast
Jimmy.
could not help
Mr. Jim Cummings.
happen
Hey!
without you, of course.
And
Hey, now,
Chris.
hey,
The legend himself.
We're all happy here.
Yeah, we're
it's
all
a
happy.
beautiful
Mr.
thing.
Jim Cummings.
Yeah.
And be sure to like and subscribe. It helps us out. It helps you out. Like I said
Yes.
at the top of the show, YouTube is a weird website. You can literally watch something and then it's never recommended again. So don't let that happen to you. Check out our new YouTube member subscriptions. Those are cool. We're rolling those out. Much like Patreon. If you don't know about Patreon, you get to see interviews that you cannot see anywhere else.
Great.
We do contests, giveaways, all that good stuff. Be sure to see Coyote v. Acme August 28th. And with all that said and done, once again, I'm producer Chris, the legend, Mr. Jim Cummings, Eric Bauza, Candi Milo. Thank you so much for being here. We will see you in the next
Thank
one.
you.
Yeah, that's all, folks.
You have to do it.
Bravo.